Natural resources are the essential foundation for all human activity, and Biddeford is fortunate to possess an abundance of these resources. For those who live in the urban core, it can be easy to lose sight of the coastal beaches, the inland farms and forest, and the vernal pools and rich streams in those lands along the Saco River that support wildlife, farm produce, and other needs like clean air and recreational opportunities. Biddeford possesses good soils, forested land, granite deposits, and sandy beaches that all benefit us today, and with care can also benefit future generations. In Biddeford, our identity is probably dominated more than anything else by our proximity to the Saco River. For hundreds of years, the Saco River has served as a source of drinking water, food, transportation, power, and recreation. And the Saco River is fed by thousands of acres, making up 7 watersheds, made up of smaller brooks and streams, all of which must be nurtured and protected. Some of these watersheds wind their way through heavily urbanized areas in Biddeford and are under stress. Locally, the Thatcher Brook watershed covers over 4,500 acres through the city of Biddeford and the town of Arundel. Thatcher Brook is an impaired stream and jeopardizes the cleanliness of the Saco River and critical habitat downstream. A great variety of wildlife depends on those watersheds for food, water, and shelter. So it is imperative that great care be taken in assessing those sensitive areas. In some cases, land use regulations can be used to mitigate development impact. In others, permanent preservation may be considerations. The coastal area, too, are an important part of our identity. Biddeford's coastal areas provide working waterfronts, fisheries, and act as an important draw for summer residents and tourists. But in addition to the benefit the coast offers Biddeford residents and tourists, these areas are important habitat to the many species of wildlife, such as the roseate tern, the piping plover species of bird that depend on coastal regions for life. The piping plover has been categorized as near threatened by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. Aside from water, Biddeford is rich in many other kinds of natural resources. Vast tracts of land in Biddeford are heavily forested, both to the east of the main turnpike and to the west. The soils east of the downtown area are generally good for tree growth. Great stands of trees like red maple, arrowhead, and gray birch are common in our wooded areas. These forested areas act as important habitat for hundreds of wildlife species, and they provide ample territory for birds and nature watchers and the hunting enthusiasts. Interspersed with forest and watersheds are the farmlands. About half of all the land in Biddeford is currently zoned rural farm, where agriculture, sustainable forestry, and low-density residential are the primary land uses. Biddeford has bountiful natural resources, and it is important to use them wisely. Human activity often competes with the needs of native plants and animal wildlife, so there is a delicate balance to be made where Biddeford residents can enjoy equitable growth that is mindful of and balanced with the human needs without causing undue harm to the environment. For example, the impact on water quality in the coastal zone from overboard discharge and failing septic systems can have a negative impact on the Biddeford Pool clam flats, a highly productive resource from an economic and habitat perspective. There are many questions to be considered while addressing natural resources in the comprehensive plan. Which areas of the city should be preserved? Where can we continue to carefully develop so that the natural environment can also thrive? Are there particular species of plants and animals that must be given careful consideration? How do we ensure they have adequate habitat? How can we best protect and defend watersheds, wetlands, and the Saco River so they can support all kinds of life? The environment touches us all. Our environment and natural resources are part of that big picture that we must not lose sight of when we consider what our immediate needs are and opportunities. With careful planning, we can endeavor to make the best decisions for today and tomorrow. The comprehensive plan public engagement process offers us all a chance to think carefully about these issues, share your voice, and help to provide a roadmap to a sustainable future. Please get involved by visiting www.biddefordmaine.org/comprehensive plan to discover how you can help guide the future of Biddeford. Thank you.